Star Destroyers are one of the most unique environments in the galaxy, with some of the officers commanding these vessels having gained the status of Imperial legends. You could join them, but where would you even begin overseeing this 1600 meter world of unpredictability, danger and overwhelming firepower? Well, fear not, it's time for you to take initiative and lead your ISD to greatness. This is how to oversee and captain a Star Destroyer. So, let's begin. Say hello to your fresh off the line Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer, the ultimate manifestation of the Tarkin doctrine, and she is just itching to take the fight to the Alliance, but you need to get to know her first. So inside you'll find room for 40,000 enlisted personnel, a vast armament of adaptable weaponry, a Class 2 hyperdrive, an absurdly overkill solar ionization reactor, space for both starfighters and ground-based assault vehicles, and 3 massive ion engines, all of which and more is under your command. Get to know the layout of your vessel, as losing your sense of direction can be a huge detriment to those on board looking to your leadership skills. So first things first, get to know where things are on board, especially the bridge, which is the nerve centre of the entire ship, where most of your time will be spent, with helm control taking place here, along with the vessel's onboard AI, computer, engine, hangar bay and ship-wide comms being operated from here as well. The bridge is the vital command centre of celestial navigation, data collection and cosmic traversal, with the stations for these specific instruments being built into the floor. Why is this? Well, think about it. It's simply to avoid bridge crew distractions from what's going on outside. It's also another one of those weird chain of command demonstrations that the Empire loves to do so much, with the low ranks literally being under the floor and the high ranking officers bearing over them. But you're not going to treat your crew like that, right? You're going to treat them with respect and be the best captain that they'll all revere, right? This is why I'm never getting a promotion. Nice guys just don't fly in the Empire. Let us drop out of hyperspace here. Oh dear. It seems we have some rebel activity going on. No issue here, as this is the perfect opportunity to cover your ISD's main purpose, and for you to demonstrate your wartime capabilities. Well, go on, get to it, those ships are not going to blow up themselves. Assuming those know-it-alls in the Naval Academy have taught you the basics, you should know that the ISD-2 is first and foremost a war capital ship. Its very DNA makes it an excellent multi-purpose fighter carrier and assault ship. There is nothing more valuable to an ISD than having a cohesive TIE squadron, making all the difference as to whether your ship returns to the spaceport looking like a well-done Ronto kebab or a pristine warship. So as captain, they should not be neglected. And no, I'm not just saying that as a member of the Starfighter Corps. Star Destroyers can take plenty of heat, but they are not invincible. It's all about taking extra care regarding how you position your ship and watching for the firing lines that present themselves. It's really not that complicated when you break it down, and doing this well can make for one dangerous ship. However, many ISD captains are often diagnosed with a little known issue called not using the ship correctly. Do not rush in thinking you're invincible. Do not refuse to receive ship-wide status information from your bridge crew. Do not neglect the TIE squadrons that are defending your ship, and most certainly, do not leave the bridge under any circumstance during active warfare unless you absolutely have to, which in that case, appoint your first officer to oversee the ship in your absence. But normally these are things you have to consider in situations where battles are sudden and unexpected, but for most fleet battles, you and the other captains in your fleet will usually know about and draw up plans for any upcoming skirmishes. Speaking of which, with well over many thousands, possibly millions of ships, the Empire has to organise them all in some way, right? That's where fleets come in. Fleets are simply large, organised collections of ships that your vessel will be assigned to. Overseen by an admiral, these are formidable forces that will not be easily opposed, with communication and fleet-wide strategizing being commonplace among most captains in a fleet, as that ensures the best outcome for all ships within, which you are obligated to be a part of, as that is a crucial step in going from a good to an amazing captain, unless you're some sort of Lone wolf, that is. Ah, congrats on defeating those rebel ships, but you've taken some damage, so let's take to interstellar space. Not only do enemy ships pose a threat, the naturally occurring events of the universe do too, so you'll find celestial dangers such as black holes, supernovas, neutron stars, solar flares, dust, debris, comets and asteroids. There are countless things out there that could tear your ship apart, so spotting them in advance with onboard scanners and systems can save you from a whole world of trouble. But hey, even the Lord Vader himself was once, and still is, very neglectful of these simple and easy to avoid dangers. Navigation of the stars is done through the use of a navigation computer, which will calculate hyperspace jumps within map space. You should never attempt to jump of your own instinct, or without having put coordinates into the nav computer, as that is a recipe for disaster, and it's not difficult to guess why. Think about it. The universe is full of stuff, and anything ranging from a star to a planet and something even as small as an asteroid could be in your ship's path, and you for sure do not want to be involved in a hyperspace crash. They are not pretty, especially planetary collisions.
Yeah, planetary collisions are bad. Listen, nobody wants to deal with your negligence by having to pick up the atoms of you and everyone else on board that you somehow scattered throughout the next few systems over. So, just take care when navigating hyperspace and verify before you jump that the path is clear and that it is a proper hyperspace lane.
Let's pull in here to repair and resupply, all of which you will be in charge of, taking stock and organising what materials your crew needs to keep them happy and in tip-top shape. This extends to the wartime vehicles held within your vessel. How many TIE fighters remain in your ship's squadron? Do you require more pilots? Are you carrying walkers or armoured core weaponry? Does a trooper division need transport? You get the gist. Typically you'll have officers who specialise in managing inventory like this, but knowing this stuff does separate an amazing captain from a slightly adequate one. Being the captain of a Star Destroyer or any ship requires courage, bravery and sacrifice. It is not an easy position to occupy and one which not everybody should. Leadership is the most crucial thing here, as you are essentially taking charge of a small flying city's worth of people. Space is vast, and that vastness is the reason that there are so many different scenarios that can present themselves to Star Destroyers, and it's up to you to adapt, so your vessel does not end up as a flaming pile of rubble stranded in the outer rim, which does happen more often than you might think. With the position of ISD captain means being a part of the expansive system that is the Imperial Navy, as this corps is the backbone of not just the Armada but the entire Empire, and there are a lot of expectations and responsibilities placed upon captains and admirals to essentially keep the entire system running through operating their vessels to schedule and keeping on top of missions and assignments, ultimately serving their crew and the Emperor.
So, I'm afraid this is where we part ways. You should now be more than well equipped to handle the challenges and glory that comes with being captain of one of these machines. So go, strike fear into the hearts of those who opposed you, show them the might of the Imperial Navy and just what your Star Destroyer can do. So, to start your journey into the Empire today, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and with that, long live the Empire and may the Force be with you.